I have a special message for the upcoming Tamil New Year. How the Tamil New Year is going to be relevant for the entire world is through the movement of Sun into Aries, and that is really the beginning of the New Year. The New Year is not January 1st. It should be April 14th, which is when the Sun moves into Aries. And astrology explains the ups and downs in life. And this Tamil civilization is said to be as old as the earth plane itself. There is also a theory that Tamil was spoken in all the galaxies at one point in time. So the message that I want to deliver is that the ups and downs can be attributed to the movement of the planets. They govern our health, our finances, our relationship and everything. And then there is a relationship between the planets and our well-being. And that I have experienced it in my life on a personal basis. A 19-year period of Saturn was predicted that would ruin me, and it did. And that's how I came to be interested in astrology and as a great tool to fix our problems. So the good message is the movement of Sun into Aries is going to fix a lot of things for the entire world. So you will have a relief coming in as early as April 14th. And this will be a good new year. There will be opportunities that will come along. Even during this time, there will be, even as early as April or May, there will be a breakthrough medicine that will fix the corona problem. So don't worry about that. And that is meant to happen, astrologically speaking, because of the movement of the Sun into Aries, because the Sun is the life giver. You know, if there is no Sun, there is no life. So that is how powerful is the Sun. So we have to celebrate this and then participate in the worship of Sun. And the tools that were developed by the Vedic rishis, who are also the astrologers, are very helpful. They are in the form of rituals. There was a time that people looked down upon rituals, even within the Upanishadic period, which is the period that followed right after the Vedic period. The Vedic period was a period when people were fixing their problems through fire rituals. The fire rituals are means through which we can contact the divine beings. The divine beings can do a lot more things for us quite easily and effectively. See, what happened, the intellectual tradition will never survive, because people are not by nature intellectual. It's only a small section of people are intellectual. So what is more important is the interaction with the divine beings, named as gods and goddesses, and fixing our problems. The Bhagavad Gita, which is considered the Bible of the Hindus, says in chapter 3, if you want things that you want to enjoy in life, The only way is by ritual, because that was a contract established between the human beings and the divine at the beginning of creation. They are parasparam bhavanti. Parasparam is the word that Krishna uses, which is mutually dependent. The gods are dependent. That's a great concept on us, and we are dependent on the gods. And this kind of understanding was also there in other traditions, in the Jewish tradition, in Judaism, and also in ancient Greece and Rome. People were able to be in touch with the gods, and the gods being so powerful, they were able to change the destinies, including the life of Jesus, where Jesus said, if God had wanted to save me from these Roman soldiers, he would have sent an angel to me. So that is a reality that we have discarded. But at least in India, it has been preserved, and people do the rituals, and the rituals are very, very powerful. I have experimented this in my life and also in the lives of many of my students. Simply, breaking a coconut would change, because the coconut is a surrogate of a human being, and then the breaking of the coconut is a sacrifice, and sacrifice is behind everything, as well as it serves as a tool. So that's why I am very keen on promoting the rituals, because rituals belong to the technology part. And whatever yoga and meditation and philosophies are for more sophisticated understanding. But if you want direct results, you should do what is called the pooja. Pooja is a ceremony that you do to appease the gods and goddesses, and then get their benefits to the planets as well. So it is important at this time that you can look at, you can consult the astrologers and then find out what is favorable planet and what is unfavorable planet. And favorable planets, you can enhance their power so that you get more benefits, and the unfavorable planets, you can appease them, so that they don't harm you. Okay, this is a practical philosophy. I would say a technology. And without performing these rituals, knowing astrology to know your one's future is of no use. We know that it is bad time for us or good time for us, and we don't need the planets to tell us. So the purpose of astrology, as far as Vedic astrology is concerned, is to fix it. And then how do you fix it is just by establishing the contacts with the divine, and then the divine, pleased with your prayers, they will give you whatever you pray for. And that is in the form of fire rituals. The fire rituals are very, very powerful, because even in the Vedas, people, if they wanted money every day, they did fire ritual. Agnim mele purohitam yajnasya devam ridvijam hotaram ratnadatamam. And why do you do the very first rig in the Rig Veda says, why do you do the fire ritual? Because I want ratna. Ratna means gold, money. And then I want it every day. And then there is another rig which says, Agninath Rayim Asnavat Posham Yeva Dividive Yashasham Viravatam. I want money every day. This is a great prayer. Okay, they are not embarrassed to ask Agni, give me money every day. So what's the problem? There's no problem. Because we have down the road created an attitude towards money, and then money is bad, and then that's because of an ascetic attitude that unfortunately became a mainline intellectual tradition in India, and that also affected the Buddha. That's why the Buddha became an ascetic. The bottom line is, this is a materialistic world, and then there is nothing wrong with the matter, and then you'll get, poverty is not a pleasurable experience, and if there is evil, I call poverty as an evil. So in order to fix all these things, and then the Vedic rishis, they just set up these rituals, developed them, and then during this tough time, I just want to give you a very simple ritual, and I have spoken about it in many times in the past, but I just want to say, the least that you can do without any expense for you is that whenever you feel a heart sorrow that's coming out of a disease that you have, for which there is no cure, like cancer or a relationship problem, some divorce or breakup, or a financial loss, or you lost a job, and then the heart sorrow is so painful, that is also due to a planet, that you can find out through an astrologer who would tell you this is the planet that is causing the problem. So that's one way of doing that. But the one that I am offering you for you to do is just take a lime or a lemon, and then you pass on your karma, that has caused you the loss of job or money or relationship, and then go and cut that lemon. It seems to be a superstitious practice, but it is not. Just do that, and if you the cost of the lemon or lime is not that expensive, so you'll see, just roll it around your subtle body, or you can touch the body also and then go and cut it. You will have tremendous amount of relief. Or break a coconut if you can. The coconut is a little more expensive, but the lime or lemon is not that expensive. So the message for you is that the rituals are more important because they belong to the group called technologies. So I strongly recommend that, and then that's why I have asked the AstroVed as a company to focus more on remedies, and then remedies will fix the problems. So we have a great new year, coming ahead, and then we have to be in close relationship with the divine beings, and then we need their blessings. So get their blessings through participating in these rituals. God bless.